Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where creativity takes center stage. I'm Liette and I'm thrilled to share my passion for crafting with you. Today we're diving into a brand new project that is perfect for birthdays, Christmas, any holidays. It's making a quick little gift bag that you can decorate for the occasion. This case here, this one's a Christmassy one. This one you can use for a birthday or anniversary, and they can be made in any sizes. They're quick, they're easy, and they're made mostly with things you probably already have at home. So let's get started. Oh, before we do that, let me show you a bigger one. So this one's done with, all these gift bags are done with envelopes. This is just a larger white regular envelope, and this is a regular little envelope. So let's get started with our project for today. What you're going to start with is just a plain envelope. Of course, depending, the gift bag will depend, the gift bag size, I should say, will depend on what size envelope you start with. This one here, I believe this envelope measures, let me see what we got here. This envelope measures 5 1/4 by 7 1/4 inch. And it'll give us this little cute little gift bag here. So the first thing you want to do is you want to seal your envelope completely as though you were mailing it. And then once you've got it completely sealed, you want to take your cutter and you're going to slip one end, one of the short ends. You're going to just cut a little tiny sliver off of it. There we go. Once that's done, you have your opening here. The next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a bone folder, and you're going to need your score pal, which I forgot to bring with me. All right, so here's my score pal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my opening at the top of the score pal. I'm going to line it up to number 10. And then I'm going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. So there we go. We're at 10. So 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to score all the way down. I'm going to turn it, line it up at 10 again, 3/4 of an inch. You want to do the same width on all 3 sides. Turn it, line it up at number 10, and again, 3/4 of an inch. And there we go. There we go. So once you have that scored, get this out of the way here. What you want to do is you want to come and fold on your score line, and with your bone folder, you want to make sure that you go and you press down all of your folds. And I'm going to do the folds on both sides. So you want to make sure that your little gift bag opens up and closes properly. All right, so you want to fold it the other way. And then do the same thing on the third side. Whoops, where's my fold line here? All right, so before we actually go, and actually I'm going to show you what it does. So once you open, you go to the opening, you open up your envelope, and then you push the bottom flat. You will get these little tiny triangles on the end, so you want to press those down. Do the same thing on the other side. And it should go right down to where your score lines are. You're going to get a little triangle here as well, so press that down. This will make the bottom of our gift bag. But before we go and do actually put the gift bag together, what I want to do is I want to decorate it. Okay? So if you, again, depending on the size of envelope you're using, you come and measure, once you've done your score lines, you come and measure what the front of the bag width will be. In this case, the front of the bag will be 3 1/4. Actually, yeah, it will be 3 1/4 wide. Now, another question too is if you want to add a little ribbon at the top, not everybody does. You'll notice some of these gift hairs don't have a ribbon. You just put your gift in the tissue paper. But if you want to add a ribbon to your little gift bag, what you want to do is push in your sides. We need to punch our holes in before we start decorating. So you want to punch in your sides on both sides. And you're going to make the hole where all your layers are, because then that allows it, so it makes it a little bit more rigid and less apt to rip once you put your ribbon in. So I'm going to come and I'm going to punch a little hole on all of those layers. And the same thing on this side. There we go. And that will allow me to put a little ribbon in. But before we do that, now we can flatten this back out. And we can decorate our piece. Like I said before, this was measuring 3 1/4, and now I want to stay below my line. So I'm going to say roughly 5 1/2. So 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I've decided that I'm going to use my Christmas music paper. So I want to make it just a little bit smaller than this so that it gives me a little tiny border all the way around. So instead of cutting 3 1/4, I'm going to cut 3 inches. Oh, actually, is that what I said? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to cut 3 inches. No, that looks too small. Hold on a minute. Sorry, it's not 3 1/4. From my 1 score to my 1 score line, it's 3 3/4. Sorry about that. So now I'm going to cut 3 1/2. So it'll give me a tiny little border all the way around. See, that works with the 3 1/2. And instead of doing the 5 1/2, which is what I had on the length of the envelope, I'm going to do 5 1/4. So this will be 5 1/4. So there you go. Now, if you decide that you want to decorate both sides of the bag, you can. So you just have to double up on all of the add-ons that we're going to do on the bag. So before I actually make my actual little bag, I'm going to come and decorate this. So from this, what I've done is I'm using snowflakes. You can use whatever you have. I have a little reindeer. So what I'm going to do on my snowflake, I want to jazz it up a little bit. So I'm going to come and I'm going to add some little stones. And all I want to do is I'm going to add some little stones on the end of my snowflake. I'm going to put one on each. I better not be cutting on here. Put one on each prong of my large snowflake. And then I've cut out a slightly smaller snowflake, and I'm basically going to do the same thing on that one. So again, I'm going to put a little stone. It just kind of jazzes it up a little bit. Whoops. On every tip of my snowflake. I'm not sure where that one went. That one went flying somewhere. All right, so this is my large snowflake. This is my medium snowflake. Now I did get a bunch of little add-ons from the dollar store. You can get all kinds of little embellishments for fairly inexpensive. We'll grab a few of these. And I like the fact that they have a little shimmer to them. So what I want to do on this snowflake now, I'm going to put it together, is I'm going to take my big snowflake, and I have my little stones on all of them, and then with a little dab of glue in the middle. And I'm going to offset this second one. It just makes it a little prettier. And then I'm going to put one of these tiny little shimmering snowflakes in the middle. Now you can jazz up your snowflakes or whatever you're going to decide to use as a design as much as you like. I like the little shimmer just because the colors are fairly plain. And I'm going to add just a slightly bigger stone right in the middle of my snowflake. So that'll be my main snowflake on here. I've got a couple of little extra snowflakes I'm going to put on the actual design once I start gluing it on. Then I have my little reindeer. Now you can do a Santa, you can do a reindeer, you can do just snowflakes if you like. I've got these cute little red stones here, so I'm going to make him a Rudolph with a little button nose. And I want to elevate my little Rudolph, so I'm going to take a foam dot. He's not very big, so I'm going to take a half a foam dot and cut it and put it here. And then another half and put it here. So before I actually glue all my snowflakes on, I'm going to put my little reindeer, make sure he fits in properly. There we go. Now I can glue my big guy. I mean, you can use double-sided tape. Again, I prefer to use just white glue. It allows you to play around with your add-ons and make sure you have them exactly where you want them before it actually dries. So I'm going to put this guy up here. And now I'm going to add a couple of these other little guys. I'm actually going to just put a little dot of glue. One there, one here, one there. And just come and place my snowflakes in. There you go. Now, again, like I said, you can jazz it up or as much as you like. I think I'm okay with that. So that's going to come on here. Perfect. So now I'm going to do, come back and put a little bit of glue behind my piece. It just makes it easier if you do all of this before you put your bag together, because you can work on it flat. Otherwise, it makes it a little trickier. So there's my decoration. And like I said, if you want to do both sides of your gift bag, you can. So once that's in and that is dried, now we're going to put our bag together. So if you push your sides in, like I said, you're going to end up with your little tabs on the end. So what you want to do, it's not quite dry yet, is come in and put in a dab of glue on your tab. And you want to put a fair amount because you want it to really, your gift bag to stay down. Oops. Put my glue back together. So then you push these in and push that in. And just glue your tabs down. There. Once your tab is glued down, all we have left to do now is cut our little ribbon. Now I went with gray just because my my little reindeer is gray. I'm keeping those colors. So what you want to do, you want to feed from the back through, like through the hole. Okay. And then this one's going to go in from the front. Okay, it's giving me a hard time this morning. All right, let me push this through here. Okay, there we go. And once I've got it right through the back, you want to come and you want to tie a knot. Line up your ends. Tie yourself a little knot. And make sure the knot is nice and tight. And then you can trim off the excess. Oops. You want to just line up your knot so it's at the back of the bag when you're pulling up your handle. So I just usually bring it close to a hole and then pull through that so you don't actually see it. And then you would come in and grab your little tissue paper. So put in your little gift. I mean, these make great little table favors at Christmas time. If you decorate them differently, you can also do for birthday parties, for anniversaries, for all kinds of different occasions. And this is it. Like I said, you can decorate the back. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss a new project. Happy crafting, and then we'll see you next time.